Mahama ya di abumbo si kufa de ba ni ngula la si ya kakanda si kwa phone ebe yankan tiya mamene sama disemo na kufuata ya mafia the boys in your job ya sekala phone munti amadu toilet ya eswana sa sebuko 2020 bank in the room. As I'm to flow a day fufu and tough work, and we are cool. Nanando, actually, a dangle, but they are so quite and gentleman. And we are my moon for 8 minutes. 2020, I see. Summer to a month, full like me. So feeling like a match. 2020, devotion, and show up now. 2020, devotion, and 2020, devotion, and show up. 2020, devotion, and secret. Is a boy who be red last week. Secret. Is a boy who be red from a match in that day. She may mean that mention one day. Okay, for a set, say a day. Could you get 2 hundred Nazi? Maybe boss, what's it? What's the day now? The share, I say. Mahama Yadi, I boom bono say. Could for the band, I'm say. Like a can now, say. If we're for that air, when we ain't can out with Tia, my Vanessa might be Sudomotia, and I could forward to a mafia. When my boy sitting here, Japia, Sakawafu, Munchingum, I'm a Jim Boys from Munchingum, toilet in the end of Mungum. It's one of us, Munko. See to the boys, and the track and I buy yet. See to me. 2020 devotion, and show up now. 2020 devotion, and 2020 devotion, and show up now. 2020 devotion, and that's young, too fresh, I don't know. That's how I see about PC. The boys, Beat Master. That's all. Empty promises and one I yati, Mahama bro, Mahama brothers sit and fun. Kojo B. 2020 the Mahama and the Mclare cross off. I go back to buy the share for 4 years, but now so then will be 1 is 1 foot. Stand by the water man from me. Then you find us at 2020, but soon you can come. I'm an idiot, Mahama. 2020, a new gun for the cost. Hama. 2020, when you be up for it. Well, I'm so dinner. Or by no fast so yes. What's the intervention? What's this just not to see low bed? I'm a need a pen of the finance at 2020, but soon yet to come. I'm an idiot, Hama. 2020, when you gun for the cost. Hama. 2020, when you be up for it. Or buy no big banks. I can say kind of crime on Tiasi. I will bet my arm and I nice. I am Mukululu, Namashasi. But they're sharing just one pill. I bet not so get here. And you plenty 2020 less in your chance. Hama. 2020, when you gun for the cost. Hama. 'What's a mobile Natanasi? Mobile dollar Diane Tabai. What you now on an Amuriasi? Some of family super incompetent. The American for evidence. I'm the way of what they will get to come out about the Hama. 2020, when you gun for the cost. Hama. 2020, when you be up for it. But the crab market, why, Billet your market in why, second overhead, why, Mahama, deep blocks, and the free estate, just about to abandon the Mahama. 2020, when you gun for the cost. Hama. 2020, when you be a John Mahama, yeah, more for the Ghana for a soup. Baby, John Mahama, baby, small scale money, importers are crying at your face, road contractors. John Mahama, baby, driver for reason, banks in Arago, I get the for reason, a teacher for Munaman. John Mahama, baby, a doctor for reason,
nurse for Munama, soldier Jumana said, police for soon. John Mahama, begin. You, yeah, more body than a forest. Baby, John Mahama, baby, yeah, more body than a forest. Baby, John Mahama, baby, driver for reason, banks in Arago. I get the for reason, a teacher for Naman. John Mahama, baby, small scale money, importers are crying, a clear for soon, road contractors. You, Bajia, you, Bajia, Yehunama, Yehunama, yeah, more body down for it. Baby, John Mahama, baby, yeah, more body down for it. Baby, John Mahama, baby, driver for reason, banks in Arago. I get the for reason, a teacher for Naman. John Mahama, baby, small scale money, importers are crying, at your face, road contractors. John Mahama, baby, John Mahama, baby, driver for reason, banks in Arago. I get the for reason, a teacher for Naman. John Mahama, baby, a doctor for reason, nurse for Naman, soldier Jumana said, police for soon. John Mahama, baby.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Thank you very much. It's late. Let me apologize for the late start of this program. We were supposed to have arrived here at about 6:30, but you know, NDC is a party that everybody loves. And so, anywhere we reach, even though it is not on the program, the young people in the community block the road and they say we shall not pass unless we have spoken to them. And that is what has delayed us. But I know that we cannot get tired because you are not tired. And it's because of the love you have for us that you have stayed up to this time to wait for us to come and interact with you. We are a country of peace and unity. I just called on the Tumu and he said that we're going to go into elections. Ghana is the only country we have. And so he was admonishing us, the leaders of the political parties, to conduct this election peacefully and without violence. I can make a commitment to you that I'm not a violent person, I'm a peaceful person. And I urge our supporters to approach this election peacefully. But at the same time, we must be vigilant. And we must prevent anybody who attempts to disrupt the election from doing so. As I've said elsewhere, we believe in the power of the people. Every community has a ballot box. Each of us will be responsible for our ballot boxes in our communities. And we will make sure that nobody comes to disrupt the election in our constituencies. And it is my hope that the president, who is the leader of the ruling party, will also make an equal commitment that he will not use violence, he will not let his vigilantes, the invisible forces, the Delta forces, the Bolga bulldogs, the Sandima crocodiles. No, I don't know whether they are crocodiles in Sandima. Sandima people, I beg you. But the crocodiles, wherever they are not going to let those people come and wreak mayhem on the people of Ghana. Because if you want to serve a people, no amount of bloodshed, no amount of political power is worth the bloodshed of Ghanaians. And so let us have peaceful elections. I know the issue with Tumu, and we started to do something about it. When I was president, we started to reconstruct the road between Tumu and Bolga, and between Bolga and Wa, because we have a policy that there should be a connection between regional capitals with an all-weather road. During our period, work was going on the road. As soon as we left office, the work came to a standstill. The work on the road to Wa was also ongoing. As soon as we left office, it came to a standstill. I can promise you that as a son of Tumu, I promise you that one of the first roads that will be constructed under my next presidency will be the road connecting Tumu to Bolga and to Wa. Because roads are important. There's a lot of agricultural activity that takes place. And it's not only the main road. There are roads like the road from Tumu to Welembele. We were constructing it before we left office. That one too has come to a standstill. There are several other roads that have all come to a standstill. I can assure you when we come, we will resume those roads, we'll continue them, and we'll complete them. When I've said that governance or politics is like a relay race. A relay race is when you run and you give the baton to the next person. And that person takes the baton and also runs and gives it to the next person. He also takes it, he runs, he gives it to the next person. So the baton has been passed from Rawlings to Kufuor. Kufuor ran, he passed the baton to Professor Mills. Professor Mills ran, he passed the baton to me. I ran, I passed the baton to Nana Akufo-Addo. Ezu, listen to me. Ezu, when I gave him the baton, I thought he'd take it and run forward. But he started running reverse, back. Ezu, so what do I have to do? I have to chase him and collect the baton back and run forward with it. Because he has failed us. Nana Addo has failed us. When I handed over power peacefully to him, Ghanaians had very high hopes and very high expectations. Today, those hopes and expectations have been dashed. Because life is hard. In any profession you are, life is hard. He has destroyed more jobs in this country than he has created. Because all those who were working with Mawums, the road contractor, today they are all sitting at home because that road has been stopped. All those who were working on the Welembele East School block, today they are all sitting at home because the work has been stopped. All those who were working with Ghanem on the War Road, today they are all sitting at home because the work has been stopped. In the construction industry alone, at least 100,000 jobs have been lost. And that is not all. One of the banks, Undum's Bank, every corner you go, you see GM Bank. There were about 3, 4, 5 people working in GM Bank. Today they are all sitting at home. UT Bank, today they are all sitting at home. Unibank, today they are all sitting at home. Microfinance companies, savings and loans companies, all collapsed. Today they are all sitting at home. But those who are sitting at home is even better. Some have died because they lost their jobs. Some have been ejected from their houses because they lost their jobs. Some have had their cars repossessed because they lost their job. Some have been divorced by their spouses because they lost their jobs. And it's not only those who are working there. What of those whose monies were in the fund management companies and in the banks? The little capital that our mothers were working with, they went and put it into fund management companies, into small savings and loans companies, and today they've been deprived of that money. And that's why I promised that when I become president, within 1 year, we'll pay everybody their money. And I also said that, look, we need to give assemblymen something so that they can do their work better. In all the electoral areas, if anything happens, if somebody is sick, if there's a robbery, if there's an accident, the first person they go and knock the door is assemblyman. Assemblyman, this has happened. And yet they don't earn anything. When they go for assembly sitting, they give them some small stipend. And I'm saying that if we reduce the number of ministers, 125 ministers, all driving Land Cruisers, living in government bungalows, free electricity, free water, free telephone. If we save that money, can't we pay assembly members? Free SHS is a good thing, and free SHS has come to stay. If anybody tells you that I, John Mahama, I said when I come, I'll cancel free SHS, tell the person he is a liar. Our problem is that in the hurry to implement free SHS, it has been implemented inefficiently. It is the most inefficient free SHS system in the whole world. And it is the most expensive free SHS system in the whole of Africa. We can implement it better so that our children can have quality education. Government is common sense and planning. When I decided to start free SHS, and I started free SHS under my presidency. When I was president, day students were going to school without paying any fees. And in 2016, we started with 140,000 boarding students. But we knew what the problem was. If you start free SHS, the number of children coming to school will increase. And so what must you do? Common sense. Build more secondary schools. So we started building 200 new secondary schools so that all the children will get schools to go to. Today as I'm speaking, if the community day E-block in Welambele has been finished, Welambele children who finish JHS will not come to Tumu Secondary. So that the children in Tumu Secondary will have more space, everybody can have a bed, nobody will sleep on the veranda. And so if the president knew that Nana Akufo-Addo knew that he was going to fast track free SHS, what was the commonsensical thing to do? It was to fast track. It was to take the secondary schools I was building, fast track them, finish them, and put the children into the schools. But when because of politics, you think that projects that were started by your predecessor, if you finish them, credit will be given to your predecessor. That is parochial political thinking. But by the grace of God, inshallah, NDC is coming back. And we're coming back better, more experienced, and we're going to be more effective because we've had the time to sit back for 4 years and look at our governments. There were things we did very well, and there were many things we did very well. But like a human institution, there must have been some things we didn't do very well. But we've had 4 years to reflect on it. And so we are the only party and government that will have the chance to correct our own mistakes and also correct the mistake of the present government, Nana Akufo-Addo's government. And so I want to thank you. Next time when I come up, I'll speak sincerely. So I want to thank you. But before we go, we're still going to Gwelu and to Felmo before we go back to Wa tonight. So before we go, I want to introduce the parliamentary candidate for the Sisala East constituency. And I appeal to you to vote for him. So when you vote for JM, you also vote for Mohammed Bataglia. When you vote for JM, you vote for Mohammed Bataglia. So it will be JM Zu Bataglia Za. JM Zu Bataglia. JM Bataglia. JM Bataglia. Thank you very much. God bless you.